There I was, online, looking for a new Y pipe, and this company pops up with some weird, type of reviews that seem to be posted by the same guy or couple guys. But I wanted to give them a shot as an underdog company, so I pulled the trigger. My box came from Ontario, Canada, with one kind of sock type of bubble wrap. At least it came with the gaskets, which I really like, and the bolts were all there. The metal is really good and the weld seemed really nice, but right off the rip I seen one really big issue, and there it is, if you can figure that. Resting there on the floor, the metal seems like it might actually touch, but everything seemed alright, so I wanted to put this on my car and see how it sounded. So this is my 350Z, and this is the box that it actually came in. My Flashark Y pipe that it came in. Now, I was able to open it from the top side there quite easily. I mean, Y pipe fit in there. It was an extremely tight fit. If I'm critiquing, maybe they might want to add like half an inch more. One part of it was kind of sticking out of here. And with the shipping that I paid for, this single barrier of bubble wrap is what was wrapped around the whole project, and I feel like it was just a little bit under wrapped for the shipping, and especially paying for a little bit of extra shipping because tracking wasn't provided and we weren't able to actually get the product or track it to see it was here. So product came late, but let's look at the product on the car. Old and very custom exhaust hood, and there is the difference there. That's the Flashark Y pipe that I got. Let me get this one more jack stand up under here and I'll give you guys a closer look. Alright, and this seems to be mated well. I have driven on this for about a month now, and it seems to be mated pretty well. As far as the flanges go, the welds seem pretty nice. Don't get me wrong here. I mean, I'm not the teacher. I want to grade, so I'll let some people slide. Like, that's the welds that are provided, okay? Rate them as you will, but you see them. Doesn't seem too bad to me, but everybody's got their own thing. So those are dimed. The collector here, or split in the middle. It seems to be welded pretty decently. I mean, it's not straight, as you can kind of see if you were to really critique all that, which is kind of hard to see because it's not exactly flat. But looking at it in person, I like that. I don't mind the welds that are on here, as far as, saying that these are okay to ship out for the money, especially as a brand new product. These are the flex pipes that come on this one, in which it looks pretty. It looks pretty good here. Okay, that wasn't an issue at all, and the mating here seems to be just as good as well. It came in really shiny, like I do like that. The little spots are just from my own oil leaks. That's not their fault whatsoever. But since I'm up under here, I will say that this Y pipe has a few issues. Now, this is the back side of there, okay? And as I fall, as you see that down there, there's that gap there, okay? Now that gap, this being tight on the car, keeps getting thinner and thinner to where, I don't know if you could see that. Let me grab the flashlight, see if you can see that crack right there. Okay, alright. Okay, can you see the light? Can you see the light? Because that light gets really thin and it's almost like they're touching like right there, if you can kind of see that. And if you're, you know, going down the street, those two pipes I assume might be able to flex because they're both connected to flex pipes, so there's got to be some kind of a flex in there of some sort. But I'm thinking I'm catching a small rattle from there. And if it were just manufactured to be just a little bit more open, then that would have worked out a little bit better. I'm trying to get you, there we go, we can kind of see light up there. So that's the beginning part of it, and then as you go down, again, it just gets thinner and thinner to where it starts to touch. Let's see if we can see that light behind there, and it starts to touch like almost like right there. So that is my first issue, okay? I have one more issue with this, because I'll try to explain this as clearly as possible. Put my microphone back onto me. Okay. I have stock headers. But the stock headers lead to aftermarket test pipes. And these test pipes were not an issue with the stock Y pipe. Now that I went with this Y pipe and I have taken it off once or twice now, there is one more buzzing because something wasn't clearanced right. Okay, I don't know if I can show you that, but that bracket back there is, this bracket all along here is for the transmission mount, and I need to go back in here, drop it, and modify it so it doesn't touch that and rattle, because that actually rattles, and I can feel that through the floor. So yeah, there's just one or two little small issues with fitment as far as trying to get this to fit 100% without modifying anything else. It's advertised as something that is just a bolt right in. You don't have to modify anything, but I am gonna have to modify just one or two things just to try to get this to actually to work right and not be noisy, because I have one or two rattles that are happening while these are while the car is on. So I know I've got one rattle from the test pipe over on this side, but it's got to be this one here in the center, which I'm hoping I might be able to do something for. But overall, it's touching the floor over here, and that only happened. I can feel the buzzing from the floor over here. Okay, through that bracket there. Now, it came with exhaust gaskets, and those are nice. Those really are nice, and it fits to the stock size and everything. And this back one even came with you know, another, you know, gasket there, which is nice, and it works really well. The hardware supplied is, you know, pretty decently nice. Like, it's not it's nice that they came with something, you know. I was getting ready to reuse my old stuff if I had to, but not the gaskets, but the bolts if I had to. Regardless, I like the way that this is actually made and everything. Just a few minor little things that seem to be an issue, but I'm gonna see if I can actually get this to quieten up a little bit more. But this is what it looks like on my car. I'm pretty happy with it overall, and it has changed the exhaust note to be just a little bit deeper than the stock Y pipe, and I like that, and it's less raspy. So in that note, I do like that, seriously, and I like the extra flow of air, but the fitment, or it was just one angle maybe over here to where it's just a little bit too close to the actual floor. So if they would have just made that just a little bit differently, put an angle in it maybe, then that probably would have you know, stopped me from having to go back in here and drop this Y pipe to modify more stuff. So that is what it looks like up under here. Again, not bad welds. It comes with hardware. It almost fits to the stock Y pipe and well, stock setup that I have, or near stock setup I should say. It's not completely, but everything else fit beforehand, and then I put this on here, and now I have a large rattling issue, like it's hitting the floor. So Yeah, small fitment issue, but overall, bang for buck. It's not bad, especially if you're willing to get your hands a little dirty and maybe modify your car just ever so slightly to get this to fit. So there is the review on the Flashark Racing Y pipe for the 350Z. This is the 03 to 06 DE motor, and that's what it looks like. So thank you for watching, and yeah, you have a wonderful day.